Duvvi Sushmitha Duvvi. Registration number 17BEC0772. I belong to the slot C1TC1 and I have the serial number of 7 in Computer Organization and Architecture. This is my digital assignment 2. The paper I chose for this assignment is Comparison of Existing Multipliers and Proposal of New Design for Optimized Performance. Now the reason I chose this paper is that multiplication finds a variety of applications in most of the computer organization and architecture. The speed of the multiplier is one of the huge factors that determines the extent of pipelining in the ALU. In fact, the multiplication is an indication of how quick the processor runs. The operation of multiplication consists of producing partial products and adding these partial products till the final product is obtained. So the speed of the multiplier depends on the number of partial products we get and the speed of the adder. Since the multipliers have an effect on the system performance, many high-performance algorithms and architectures have been proposed. Multipliers are inevitable components in digital system design and embedded applications. The performance parameters of multipliers play a vital role in maximizing the efficiency of these applications. Different algorithms have been proposed for improving the performance parameters of multipliers. This paper formulates a comparative study of some of the well-known existing multipliers and thereafter proposes a design for a new multiplier that has a better performance. So this is the reason why I chose this paper for this assignment. Now, I had to use a lot of tabulated columns and flowcharts for this assignment. So, except one which I took from the paper itself because this was difficult to draw in my software which I used because I wasn't using Microsoft Visio. I was using YED graph editors. So this was a complex one to draw. So this is the only diagram in both of the assignments that I cut from the original paper that I used and pasted it here. So the rest, all of these I drew using my software. The software that I use is YED Graph Editor. Now, out of all these diagrams, the diagram that took me the most time is this one. So that is the existing architecture that is present in the paper. So for this diagram, it took me at least 1 or 2 hours to figure out how to work this out in the software that I use. So after I completed the assignment, because I did not use the latest version of my software, it wanted me to purchase the latest version in order for me to save. So instead of saving, I just took a snippet of it and I stuck it here. So as a proof that I did this entire diagram on my own, I will show a live demonstration of how I use the tools and how I worked in YED. So this is my YED graph editor. So already as shown in the previous video for my assignment 1, there are palettes of shape nodes, modern nodes, edge types, and the one which we used in the last video is flowchart. So I already completed almost all of the diagram here. So the nodes on this edge are the only ones remaining. But to give you a brief, I use shape nodes for this architecture. See, I completed the entire thing because I did not want to waste time showing the whole process because this took me an easy 1.5 to 2 hours to figure out. So I used a normal shape node. You can either drag it or you can double tap for getting it directly there. So let us remove these from here. Okay, so we took a shape node. The difference between a shape node and a shape node in 3D is that this has a fixed box. So let me show you. Suppose this is the rectangle I chose. Now in properties, like yesterday, if we go to properties and if we change the color, okay, and let the text be, okay. So this is how we get an outline, and the color is filled in within. So this is the node that I used for all this FA. And as you already know, YD graph editor has alignment, easy alignment. So I can always align it to anything. See the equal distance between the nodes. Everything is already fixed. So I use those to align this FA, and let us delete this. So that is the node that I used for the FA, that is the full adder. Now for this, see if you can observe in YED graph, the lines, for that I'll show you. The edge types you can choose if you want an arrow, a curved arrow, or however you want. So I chose a polyline, which is a line without a arrowhead in front of it. So in YD graph editor, you cannot put something at a particular place and leave it there without a node. If you click it there without a node, it will just change its direction and you cannot further proceed with it. So let us delete this. So for that, I used another shape node, that is the rectangle 3D. So let me show you the difference. So in the rectangle 3D, if you go to properties, let us make this S0. Okay. Now this rectangle, let us go to properties again. And the fill color, which is yellow, let us change it to no color. As you can see, already this fill color is assigned as no color. This you can give a border, but usually it is assigned as no color. And even if you can see, here you already have a line type. Even if you make it wider, thinner, dotted or whatever, it doesn't show it here because in this 3D graph, you do not have a boundary to it. This is the only shape node that doesn't have a proper boundary to it. So let us make this no color. We'll apply. Now you see it is a square, but it is not visible, right? So that will make it easy for some particular node to connect to this node. See? So that is how I design all the other 3D nodes. Now let us see, to prove that point, if I select all of this, you can see squares here around the nodes that don't have a proper outline of a square too. Now, as a live demonstration, I will show you how I added these nodes again. Okay, so as you already see the graph, we have P21 here. So we should have a P31 coming here, a P32 and a P33. Right? So we need three rectangular graphs, the 3D graph. So I'll just place 3 randomly at the point where I think I should get it. Now next I'll align it. You can see it is aligned. The distance between the two FA blocks and the distance between these is equal. So next I'll align this. Okay, now it is aligned, and finally I'll align this one. Okay, it's centered. Now instead of choosing each particular one, you can choose an entire thing and then go to properties and change the color. So here it doesn't show how to change a color for all of these because you have two different colors here. So let us leave it here and go individually. So we will go to no color, and let us change the text to here only. So for this number 40 node, we need a P33. So P33, apply. Okay, and for this again we change the properties, make the color no color, and this is a P32. For this we go and make this P31. We change the color to no color. Apply. Now the only thing remaining is joining these two nodes. So we'll just put a straight line here, and a straight line here. So that is the entire diagram. That is how I designed this using my YED software. So this was the diagram that took me the most time to make. So this is the one I demonstrated as a proof that I completed all of my diagrams on my own. So you can see this is the same. So the paper that I used is attached in the assignment itself, and this I made it using YED graph as I showed yesterday. In the previous video we already saw what kind of blocks we use and how we use a flow chart. I use this, let me close this. Okay. So I use this flow chart option as I showed in the previous video for assignment 1, and I created that flow chart. So thank you for listening. Have a nice day.